Hello, my gorgeous souls. So happy to have you back here at the channel for another pick card reading today. Today's reading I have been kind of pondering over for a few days now, and I felt very guided to bring this particular reading to you, to the collective, to support everybody on their journey of their true north. You know, what are you manifesting? What are you bringing forth into your physical reality, your field of awareness, your life experience with your energy? So, if you have made your way here, first of all, welcome so much. I'm so happy to have you. I am always so thankful and excited every time I get a new subscriber, which that's begun to pick up, which is wonderful considering I am brand new. Well, fairly new, about 3 weeks in. But also, just so honored to connect with you all, to share space. Anybody that's decided to come my way into my little corner of the universe to receive my insights sourced through spirit. So appreciated. So with that, it just felt like this is a reading that a lot of my viewers or people who may come across this channel are needing right now. So trust that if you have come across this video, if you are here watching this, whatever time you are, it's timeless, of course. Just trust that Source has made this video available to you and made you align with this reading today, having found it, because it's meant for you, because there's something within that you need to know and be aware of. So wonderful. I'm excited, very excited to see what comes through. Just a word on manifesting. Obviously, I've intended for this reading to be very positive in nature, very abundant based or abundant focused, but just know that manifestation works on both sides of the coin. So we can manifest very good things, again, abundance, joy, happiness, love, but we can also manifest contrast. And it's all dependent upon our vibration. Whatever we're vibrating at, if we have a higher vibration, we'll naturally manifest higher vibrational things into our lives. And similarly, if we're vibrating a little bit lower, we may manifest things that we're not as happy with. So this is going to be a very, hopefully, candid reading for you all today on what exactly it is that you are bringing forth into your experience through your vibrational energy. And if it's something that's not of the most positive orientation or nature, good, because we can go ahead and get you some insights and guidance and things from Source also on how you can perhaps steer clear of that or minimize that. Of course, some contrast is good. Everything serves us. The universe is always working in our favor and helping to support us and loves us so much. So either way, these readings, these messages contained within are all going to be based on love and light and ensuring that you get whatever insights you're most needing to know, even if it's to alert you to something that maybe isn't the most positive. But of course, again, we'll make sure that we get forth messages as well from Source on how to best support you through those energies. So with that said, I have here for you 3 piles today. I've gone ahead and pulled some oracle cards first and foremost with the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck that I've been using, which I love, and why not, right? We're doing a manifestation video, so of course we should do manifestation-based cards. And so what I've gone ahead and done is pull just a few, pre-selected those cards. We're going to use some other oracle today. We'll, of course, use tarot. I will be using the Lucine or Lucine. I'm not really quite sure how to pronounce this, but whatever. The Lucine Tarot, which is like a very, it gives me ethereal vibes, very spiritual vibes. So we'll be using that deck for all piles today. But you go ahead and select based upon whichever pile draws you in, the timestamp, of course, or the stone. I have for you 3 different crystals to pick from, and I know 2 out of the 3 names. I still have not figured out what this purple one is, which is annoying me a little bit, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But in the meantime, just pick based upon the pretty crystal that you happen to like that is calling to you, or the pile of cards, how they're situated for you. Again, it's all the Moonology Manifestation deck, or to the timestamp. Pile 1 is going to be Amazonite, this beautiful turquoise stone. Pile 2, which I think I have previously said was selenite, and I don't know why I thought that, because this is very clearly rose quartz. So that palm stone. And then pile 3, this gorgeous purple beauty that I still is yet unknown. It's a mystery. So If you like that one, go ahead and select pile 3. All right. Go ahead, take a moment to reflect over each of the piles, decide which one is calling to you, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. You were drawn to this Amazonite stone. Beautiful. And we are asking today, what are you manifesting? We want to know where you're at energetically in terms of what you are bringing in, calling into your experience, and how we, of course, can best support you through those energies, whether positive or not so positive. We want to ensure that you are manifesting at the highest vibrational level that you possibly can. And, you know, of course, Source loves you unconditionally, loves you just as you are, is always supporting you in your journey, wherever you are in that journey, wherever you are on the path to your true north. But we, of course, want to just get a little bit of a temperature take, see what's going on in terms of what you are currently vibrating at, what you could be calling in soon, what is coming to you. This could be in life in general, it could be in love, it could be in finances and career, practicalities, you know, just general stability, absolutely anything at all. I am leaving it entirely open to Source to come through and communicate for us, whatever it is they want us to communicate for you about what you are manifesting. And we have, first and foremost, 2 oracle cards from the Moonology manifestation deck. We have Full Moon in Leo, Go Wild, which is beautiful and powerful already, strong energy. And First Quarter Moon in Aries, Step into your power. So you have chosen a pile with a lot of fire energy. You could be a fire sign. If you are not a fire sign, it just means that you are embodying the energies of that element currently within the present time that you are watching this reading, which again is intentioned and meant to be timeless. So trust that whenever you are finding it, it is the exact right time for you. We're going to go ahead and start by pulling a little bit of tarot. We'll also pull some oracle. We're just going to have fun with it, keep it pretty open concept, and see what we need to do here and where we're guided to go. I just want to get through whatever Spirit wants to convey to you about what you are manifesting. Of course, all of my readings are meant to provide healing and clarity and to uplift you, inspire you, to empower you. They are never meant to, you know, convey anything negative that should make you feel bad, or they should just always provide healing and joyousness. So that's my intention. And that's how I am going ahead and framing this reading, much like all of my others. So if you enjoy this reading today, I would, of course, love for you to go ahead and like and subscribe, share, stay in contact, stay connected to the channel, even beyond just this video, especially if you're a new viewer and you have not yet subscribed, or even if you are a subscriber coming back. Just be sure that you stay connected and tuned in to what we're doing here at Aeipathy, because I am posting content almost daily, and I intend to do so for the foreseeable future. So it'll ensure that you receive a notification every time I post, and it also supports my channel so that I can bring you more content. And with that said, also, just in case you happen to be an Aquarius season is now upon us. I will be putting out an Aquarius-based astrology reading. It's pick a card. I do one pick a card reading per astrology sign each time, you know, at each point in the year when it is that particular sign's season. So Aquarius is now upon us. I will be doing the Aquarius pick a card reading shortly. And oh my goodness, I thought for a second I wasn't recording. Whoops. And at any rate, I've also already done Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn anywhere in your chart, again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, go ahead and check that out. It is listed under, I want to say, my playlist of seasonal zodiac readings. It will be there. Again, also a pick a card. So that may be of interest to you if you are a Capricorn, and you may want to stop back if you are Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, because that one will be out likely within the next week. Alrighty here. Go ahead and select a sign if you like. to kind of assist you as you receive the messages today, so that you can be sure that they are intended for you, that you can trust the insights coming through. It can be anything: a name, a number, a specific tarot card, an object, a place, any significator that helps you to determine and be able to discern, affirm as well, that the reading resonates for you. And with that said, let's go ahead and see what you are manifesting currently. Pile 1. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. The Six of Swords. And the Six of Cups. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and pull a few more oracle cards from the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Colette Baron Reed in collaboration with another gentleman. Her decks are amazing. Love them so, so much. I realize also that you likely cannot see that I am shuffling. You can hear it, of course, I'm assuming. But you probably cannot see that I am shuffling all of the cards entirely, but be assured that I am doing so off camera prior to the readings, and of course I am doing so live for you here. There's just not a lot of space right now. I'm working with a very conservative setup at this point, so it doesn't give me a whole lot of room to show you what I'm doing, but just trust it's happening behind the scenes. Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure. And deep quiet, meditation and stillness. Card 11 feels important for that to come through for you. So you may have chosen that as your number of your sign. Let's see here. I feel the need to get a few more oracle cards for us. From the Queen of the Five Elements Oracle, which is a beautiful deck that is independent, that I love using because it's just these wonderful, intuitive, inspirational message, one-word message cards almost. Very different type of an oracle that helps prompt a lot of insights coming through. So I love to use them. We have Nurture. Grounding. Okay, I think we can see all of that. Perfect. Okay. So pile 1, what are you currently manifesting? Well, I can see already that you have, as I said before, a lot of fire energy going on in your current vibration. So you are vibrating, I would say, pretty high, very action oriented, definitely very driven feeling, inspired. Coming out of it looks like a period of solitude or of withdrawal, a little bit of non-action, I would say. There's a lot of indicators here of lack of movement and of kind of stabilizing. So first we have, of course, the most obvious, which is this card 11, deep quiet and meditation and stillness. So you perhaps have been in a period of reflection where you've taken a step back. Maybe you're not spending as much time with those in your social circle. You're sort of turning inwards. I would say that this is having like a hermit moment. So we're introspecting, we're tuning to spirit, we're tuning to the divine, and we're getting all of these downloads, these spiritual downloads about the best way to move forward. The reason why I feel like this has been necessary for you in particular is because you're coming out of a period of indecision about something. The Two of Swords is sort of an impasse mentally. It's not making a decision, it's mental fatigue or confusion. And what you're stepping into is, again, more fire energy with the Queen of Wands. So this is somebody who is, again, very inspired feeling, very action-oriented, very motivated. This is also the spirit sign, the sign of spirit, when we're speaking of fire and wands. And so wands energy with the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Spirit, literally. So really fine tuning and honing in on your spiritual skills. You may have spiritual abilities that you're utilizing, or you may just be connecting at a spiritual level. And again, as I said, receiving a lot of downloads, you may be having a lot of vivid dreaming. There's just a lot of indicators here of you beginning to become more empowered and feeling more able to step forward in a bold way within your life. Definitely receiving a lot of signs from spirit. So whatever you've asked for today, you likely will then also begin to see that in other areas of your life, in addition to, as I'm hearing, a lot of other things that perhaps are maybe not the most profound or prone to catch your attention. I'm hearing you haven't been maybe as specifically clear historically about what type of signs you want to see. I think that you really like to feel the comfort of spirit around you. You really, as I said, are somebody who's spiritually minded, who tunes into those energies and tries to connect perhaps with your guides or with source in general. But you may not necessarily do much in order to have that kind of two-way communication. And what I'm guided to say is go ahead and definitely seek that, especially during meditation. Meditation or any sort of grounding activity, and grounding is also indicated here in the oracle cards, any sort of activity along these lines is literally realigning and rebalancing your vibrational energy. And it's also a time where we're allowing spirit to come in and communicate with us whatever it is that it needs us to know. So you're going to receive the most spiritual downloads, the most messages, the most signs and syncs and all of those wonderful things that, again, communicate with us and help us to know if we're on the right track or give us clarity to different things that we're needing to perhaps get more clear on. All of that happens in quietness and stillness, which I think you've been feeling guided to do most recently. But again, it's been happening through these grounding activities, and you're being urged and guided to do even more of that by, utilizing your power of intention. Set the intentions, ask and it is given. Go ahead and speak to spirit and say you'd like specific signs, and you will receive them. They always want to, as much as possible. That was my Alexa alarm, and I do not feel like that was an accident. So that's just kind of further confirmation that that's something you need to be doing. But anyway, at any rate, that's something that you definitely need to be doing, is asking for those signs, seeking that guidance from source in that stillness and quiet. As you've been introspecting and kind of reflecting on things, go ahead and ask for that guidance in specific ways. Ask that it be shown to you in whatever way is going to be easiest for you. Source is always going to utilize the path of least resistance to get you supported, to have you know that you're supported in the best and easiest way possible. So by having signs that you make clear and opening and attuning yourself to those energies so that you can receive those messages, you are just opening yourself up as a big channel pile one, so that you can fully step into this power, this manifestation mode. You are literally there. And you can begin to get the power back and take a great step forward in your life towards something better. Again, nurture is also indicated here. So there may have been a previous situation or energy taking place in your life that didn't serve you the best, that maybe was draining to you, to your energetic body, or to you physically in the 3D. This could look like a toxic relationship, maybe a toxic job environment, family, karmic ties, anything that, again, is just not supporting your path of the highest good, that was draining on you, that was depleting your energy, and that was causing you to feel the need to turn inward. It's looking like through all of these energies of solitude and of, sort of sitting quietly and gaining that guidance and that insight from spirit, you are beginning to move forward into calmer waters. So the Six of Swords is a wonderful energy to see when it comes to what you're manifesting, because it literally is talking about moving from a time of turbulence or tumultuousness in the past into calmer waters and into a more serene and peaceful existence. So whatever may have taken place previously, you're certainly moving forward from that. And it says first quarter moon in Aries. So first quarter moon always makes me think of the start of something, obviously, the beginning, with it being Aries energy, which is fire, obviously. Again, there's so much energy here of being lit up, inspired, activated. And I feel like that's really strong here in the energies. as a result of all of this solitude that you've been keeping yourself in currently in order to rebalance after a time of, again, turbulence or dysfunction, drama, chaos. You really have evened yourself out and not only rebalanced, but have gotten yourself sort of kickstarted and catalyzed this new beginning for yourself. Step into your power. This is talking about you literally taking that bold step forward. It says go wild, full moon in Leo as well. Leo energy being the sign of the lion, of strength. Number 8 in the tarot, just the sky's the limit. I think of infinity, and I think of literally that the options and the opportunities are endless. They are boundless, and you really can achieve anything. You have that strength, you have that power. And this was something that Spirit was trying to convey to you, especially in your lower moments, was that you have everything that you need, all the tools and skills in order to be able to get yourself out of this energy and into a more balanced and aligned state. We have Spirit of the River, which is obviously water energy here, and it says movement toward adventure. And I do think that you're also being called to, now that you're coming out of this period of solitude, you are being called to definitely step into action and be very driven and goal-oriented and very assertive in the energy towards whatever it is that you're looking to pursue. But it's also giving me reference to this idea of needing to tune into your emotional body, your intuitive sense, again, staying very connected and aligned with Spirit, because there's big things that are yet to come that they are going to need to be able to, this is such a funny message, but basically you need to be hooked in and fully attuned to Source, because Source is going to continue to give you all of these signs and syncs, and you need to be ready for those, pile 1, because it's going to help navigate you on your course towards this greater opportunity that awaits you. I want to go ahead and pull what that is, because I don't like to be vague. I like to get you a lot of insights as to specifically what it is that you can look forward to. So let's go ahead and get some clarification. I'm a big clarifier. I like to be nosy. I like to know what's been going on in the energies, and it's also good context for you to know if this is truly your reading or not. Ooh, we had some flyers come out. And the first card is the Chariot. So we're taking that because, again, that's big movement forward. That's Cancerian energy. So again, that's water energy coming through for you, but that's big momentum forward. That's divine inspiration. That is part of the divine plan, pile 1, for you to be on track and moving forward like a horse onto what is next for you. There's so much like wild, unabandoned energy here. It's almost like, even look at the way that she's dancing or posturing, posing. It's just like she's just wild and free. I think there's a lot of freedom that's ahead for you. You could even possibly have been getting out of something that was a little bit limiting and restrictive, and now you just feel like absolutely uncaged. Yeah, uncaged and ready to step forward, ready to come out of this period of isolation and to just really take the world by storm. So what else do we need to know about what pile 1 is manifesting? What else are they manifesting? What else do we need to know? The Wheel of Fortune. So a big shift, again, blessings, abundantness. It's all coming for you. The Moon, tuning into your intuitive body, your emotional body. There could be love on the horizon for you as well. And Awaken. So coming alive again after a period of solitude and silence. You took the time needed to nurture and ground yourself, and I would say continue to support yourself through those energies by meditation, by further grounding practices, aligning your chakras, perhaps getting Reiki, just engaging in spiritually based interactions or activities that help to keep you in this aligned state, because there is so much big energy happening here, and there is a big shift that's going to be occurring. I do also feel with this Moon followed by the Awakened card, and this is an exclusive card to this tarot deck, I do believe that this is also coming out of a period of confusion. And again, we saw that echoed in this Two of Swords energy to open the reading. So you were in a period of conflict or mental confusion, inability to make a choice or decide, again, an empath, as I had said. And you're now moving into a state of being awake, being aware, having the clarity needed to put your best foot forward. And this is wonderful. Let's go ahead and see, what is pile 1 moving on from? Something clearly, obviously, in the past, the recent past was a little difficult for them. What is it that they're moving on from, and what's shifting? What are they shifting out of? Page of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the King of Cups. So this is a relationship. Very clearly, this is a relationship, but this is somebody who hasn't been emotionally open, hasn't been emotionally available to you in the way that they needed to be. It could be a soul level based connection, of course, with the Two of Cups here. And we have the King of Cups, which is somebody who's very emotive and very expressive in terms of how they're feeling overall. They feel a lot, but I don't think that expression is necessarily shared always to the level or depth that they feel it. So scorpionic energy here with the King of Cups. This is somebody who also does kind of take a step back and reserve themselves and doesn't reveal fully kind of their hand of cards of what they're feeling. With the Page of Cups here, it's giving me the impression that this person perhaps was very immature, showing up very, if not inauthentically, again, reserved, sort of this underdeveloped energy, this idea of not being able to meet you at your level. And I think this is something you're finally beginning to turn away from, quite frankly, that it's turned you off. It's made you see that, it's not for you. It's not something that you necessarily are feeling is worthy of somebody of your divineness and power. Queen of Spirit, Wheel of Fortune energy, all of these like big divine energies here. And then we have these page energies coming through, and this energy of restriction and of being held back and not having things come to full fruition as they needed to, the potential being there perhaps. Definitely love here with the Page of Cups, but it just never rising to that level of what you were wanting. And I do think that with all of this big energy of power and inspiration and motivation, this is somebody who's kind of taking back their strength, taking back their empowerment from maybe a situation that depleted them, that drained them, and made it impossible for them to really get anywhere because so much focus was on this particular energy of this person. And there was so much invested here. There was so much intention set forth with this individual that I don't think that you were at the level of rising to your power. In fact, I think your power was being taken away from you, which is why you're now stepping into this energy. And I can't help but be drawn also to the fact that in this image we have the full moon centered, right here in front of the card, right with this woman who's just, again, wild and free and looking extremely happy. I mean, right? Doesn't she look like she's just she looks like she's having a ball, whatever she's doing. And here we have this moon that is half illuminated and half in the dark. And I think this is, again, a representation of how from the moon energy, as we saw, into awaken, we are beginning to have an energy of somebody who is coming out of the darkness, coming out of this shadowy, confusing energy, just really struggling to see the light, to see everything for what it is, and now coming into this idea of enlightenment and awakening to the truth and awakening to the power that is, held within, where you really can manifest your dreams and you can have your King of Cups, but somebody who's going to show up for you in a much more balanced way. Can't help but be drawn back also to the spirit of the river, movement toward adventure. So when I think of adventure, along with go wild, step into your power, all of these like really big energy cards with the Wheel of Fortune, in fact, the Eight of Cups, these are big cards of movement, the Chariot as well. This is telling me that this is somebody who's also probably going to get back out on the dating scene. They're going to start spending time more in their social circles, maybe meeting new people, networking. If this relates for some reason to also work life, this would look like, again, networking, maybe putting yourself out there, trying some new avenues for leads, considering a job change or career change, going back to school, just something that is going to kind of spark your light again and get you nice and motivated to move forward towards true abundance, not settling for scraps and breadcrumbs anymore. Somebody who's page energy, when in fact you are a queen and you deserve the same. You deserve that kingly energy to come in and support you because you do have such big energy that you're presenting with. So that's really great. I'm loving this already. This is some really, really wonderful energy coming through. Let's go ahead and see what else Spirit wants you to know. What else are they manifesting for pile 1? Spirit, what else do they need to know? What else do you want to tell us? We have the Hierophant, the Lovers. This is definitely a relationship for many of you. The Knight of Wands, definitely. And the Ten of Cups, there's that ultimate happiness that you never could get previously with that page energy. It's coming, pile 1. It's definitely coming. We have reflection. And we have tears. Coming out of a period of emotional turmoil for sure. A lot more happiness on the horizon for you, pile one. So if nothing else, let that be your main message today that you take with you. Again, these are general readings. They may not entirely resonate. If they do, wonderful. If not, just take what serves you. Take what speaks to your soul and leave the rest, because that just means it's a message that is meant for someone else in the collective and not yourself. It's okay. But the message that I think is kind of widespread throughout the energy of this pile is the idea of like stepping into abundance and being happy. Feast of plenty, as I say that. Choices and their consequences. And deep diver, diving into a task. And did I not say a lot of water energy and this idea of like movement and immersing ourselves emotionally in something. Creativity is calling to me as well. Card 10. This idea of a completion of a cycle. So ending something and beginning something anew. And I think getting into something creatively, something again that could be related to work, or it could be collaborating with somebody in a romantic relationship, but just at a higher level, a higher, more pure, healthier love energy. In the past, I think that you've been dealing with something that was obviously quite painful with the tears card here. And what I'm hearing is that this situation, whether it was an individual or even specifically a love energy, again, as we saw with nurturing, they really drained you and depleted you. And I think they were a little bit emotionally coercive as well. This is giving me the idea of like a manipulator or somebody who plays a lot of games, so whether intentionally or otherwise. And it's just caused you a lot of mental grief, a lot of emotional pain, often feeling heartbroken or feeling these polar opposite energies of everything is wonderful, I think this may work, to this is I'm devastated, it's not working, and really needing to reflect on that in that time of solitude, taking a good look at yourself, feeling into yourself and into your inner being of what you truly want, aligning with your true desires, pile one, and seeing how this energy that you were subjecting yourself to previously was not serving you and how you were meant for more. And we have here the Feast of Plenty card. So this to me is just giving me again this strong idea of abundance. I'm being drawn to this bee here. You may have asked for a sign of a bee. Bees are very industrious insects. They, honey is to me this like very it's a very abundant material, the way it's formed, how it's distributed, how it feeds not only the hive and sustains the hive, but also is a food source for others, how, the idea of the bee nurturing and pollinating the flowers helps to create, all of this entire process that exists for honey to be, created and to come to form and to, again, create that sustenance. So it's this idea for me of creation and of all of this bountiful abundance that's going to be possible to you. And it all begins with just a little bit of work on your part for you to have this feast of plenty, for you to have all of this, great big abundance. And I mean, truly like sweetness, like think of honey being sweet, just this sweet, beautiful, almost sickeningly sweet, perfect life with the 10 of Cups. That's that same energy that's coming through to me of just like ultimate happiness. And it also says choices and their consequences. So previously you didn't want to make a choice. With that Two of Swords energy again opening the reading, you were feeling very stagnant mentally. You were not really wanting to make a choice, or perhaps you knew what choice to make, but you were hesitating making it because you knew it involved perhaps some emotional pain, once again, final detachment from this person. But what this is saying is, don't come out of your emotional depths. Make sure you stay there, pile one, because you're going to need to be in that emotional and intuitive body to continue to source through the insights from spirit that's going to guide you forward towards this beautiful love and this plentiful harvest, this gorgeous, life that you're creating with every step of the way, with every, day that you stay in this aligned, beautiful, balanced energy. That's really just going to be sweet and beautiful. And that's going to be a very sustative, just cumulative effort of all of this hard work. It's going to just be so satisfying to you to finally kind of take stock of where you've come from, what you were kind of entertaining previously, and to feel the energy of total and complete happiness and knowing that you did the inner work, you did the healing necessary to get there. And what that is, what you're manifesting, the Hierophant, the Lover. So this is a relationship. This is a soul level relationship as well. It could be this person. Maybe if this person decides to kind of get their self together in a way that serves you, that aligns with your energy. Remember, we always want to go up. We always want our energy to continue to expand. We always want growth and expansion, evolution, ascension, and anyone that's meant to be on that trajectory with us will rise to meet us. We never have to come down for that. So it very well could be this person, but if nothing else, this is somebody very, very passionate towards you. More fire energy with the Knight of Wands. This person's going to be coming in fast. They're going to be providing this abundance to you, this beautiful, happy ending, this emotional fulfillment that you've been wanting and that has seemed to elude you. I'm going to go ahead and get one final guidance card for you today. As I said, we're going a little rogue. I wasn't, it's going to feel, I think, a little different even to those watching my readings just only a few videos ago to now. Like, I'm definitely feeling a little bit more free with this one. So that's why it's a little different in setup or format. I want to just, like I said, go with the flow of whatever is presenting, whatever I feel called to do. And I'm called to take out more oracle. This is going to be the well-being cards by Abraham. So the ultimate in manifestation, if you want to know how the law of attraction works, how to get everything you desire, how to get to that vibrational frequency to manifest this energy, you need to, I highly suggest you go ahead and you follow Abraham and Esther Hicks, because it's a wonderful philosophy that they present on the law of attraction. Abraham is the entity or energy that Esther, who is the channel, sources through to tell us all about how the universe works energetically and how we can manifest our true desires. So what do they have for you for pile 1 from the well-being cards on what you are manifesting and how can you best manifest whatever it is that's coming in for you? We have: the universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. The universal manager has the ability to bring everyone a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to without depriving anyone else of what they are wanting. This is really significant, pile 1, because this is actually something I was wanting to say in my intro and I sort of forgot to do that. So this is a great reminder from Source. I love how they come through for us like that. This idea of everybody competing with one another, or there being an idea of scarcity, or something is not for me, or it's not going to happen for me because all the good fish in the sea are gone when we're speaking about love, or, any, again, limiting belief or lack mindset is purely of your own accord and mind, because the way that it works in the universe is that there is enough abundant energy endlessly to support everyone to receive their truest desires. There is no shortage of anything. You are not in competition with anyone for absolutely anything. And in fact, the more you send out your rockets of desire into the vortex, so again, these are more buzzwords attributed to Abraham, but essentially the vortex is where we have this vibrational reality of all of the things that we are manifesting, that we have conveyed through our energy that we desire, and they're kind of waiting for us in the wings until we align with that energy to have them manifest into our physical reality. There is no shortage of any of those things that exist in anyone's vortex. The universe is endless, boundless, limitless. It can give everybody absolutely everything, and it wants that for you. Source wants you to manifest all of the goodness that can be had. So with that, just know that everything that you are manifesting is meant for you, and it's meant for everyone. And there is no shortage. There is no need to worry that maybe it won't happen for you. It's definitely going to happen for you, pile 1. It's going to happen in a big, big way. You are in such great energy, feeling very, very powerful, this fiery spirit within you. It's going to take you places, and it's going to align you with what you truly, truly desire. Again, in a very, very big way, and in a way that supports the collective as well. Each time we support our own desires by sending out those rockets that kind of shape what we're wanting, how it looks, and the potential, the possibility of what it is that we're seeking, we also support the collective, everybody in having those big thoughts and dreams. It just expands the consciousness of humanity. So don't be afraid to dream big, pile 1. the feast of plenty. There's tons coming to you. No worries. Big, big love energy, big happiness on its way, and just beautiful, beautiful, passionate, fiery, inspired energy for you that you are currently sitting in. So enjoy that. It's a beautiful place to be and a wonderful feeling. And with that, I really, really hope that you've enjoyed this reading, that it's resonated for you. And if it has, I would so appreciate you deciding to like and share and subscribe. Again, engage and connect, stay connected with my channel so I can bring you more and more content and you can be aware and notified every time I do so. And until then, I am sending you such love and abundance and joy and supporting you throughout your journey to this beautiful manifestation that awaits you. And I hope you take good, good care of yourself. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. So happy to have you here at the channel today, Aeipathy, for another pick a card reading. You were drawn to Pile 2, which was the Rose Quartz. And we are asking today, what are you manifesting? And I thought this was a really great reading to bring to the collective right now. I felt extremely guided to do so. And, you know, Pile 1 was outstanding. Like, I hope you can hear in my voice how enthused and excited I am for them because they had such big, big energies come through, some really great things, all positive. And I'm hoping the same for you. I'm really, really excited to see what you are manifesting, Pile 2. We want to support you. We want to ensure that we are bringing through insights from source. Of course, they will be a pure positive energy. And we just want to bring forth that big love from them, the guidance, the wisdom, whatever it is they need you to know about what you are bringing into your physical 3D reality right now. What are you vibrating and what are you manifesting? It could be in life, it could be in love, it could be in finances, career, practicalities of some sort, absolutely anything at all. I have kept this reading intentioned specifically to be timeless. It is general, so take what resonates and speaks to your soul and release what doesn't. But I've meant for it to be very, very open so that whatever needs to come through can come through for you today. So we're going to go ahead and start with some oracle. I'm going to pull tarot. I am using the same tarot deck for each pile today, which is the Lucine Tarot, a beautiful kind of ethereal style deck. Look at this. Like, that just gives those vibes of spirit. I'm telling you, I love this deck for that. Every spirit-based reading I've done, I've used this deck, and it's wonderful. And you've got this really great rose quartz stone supporting you as well here. The properties of love and abundance and just beautiful, beautiful energies. So let's get right into it. We're starting with, of course, a Moonology manifestation oracle card or two, because why not? Let's, of course, use a manifestation deck. We have oh, you can't even see those. We have first and foremost for you, you were drawn to first quarter moon in Virgo, which is assess the situation. And we also have for you first quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. So those are interesting energies. We'll go ahead and see what else comes through in the tarot. We're going to pull some more oracle cards as well and hopefully get you through some great insights and messages on what you are manifesting. Go ahead and set your intention that you are ready to receive whatever messages come through today, that you affirm that you are ready and intended to see and feel into this reading and take in those insights. Whatever comes through, that you're ready to hear them. Source is ready to speak through for you and communicate with you and give you all the goodness on what you are manifesting. So big desire that you want to express about receiving the messages you need to hear and that you're open and ready for them. Go ahead and select a sign as well. Once you've done that, after you've prepared yourself for the reading, you want to select a sign, which can be absolutely anything: a name, a number, a specific tarot card that you like to see, an object, a place, absolutely anything. And the reason for that is it just helps to affirm the messages that you do receive today, to know that they're yours. And you'll also start to notice that when you ask specifically, ask and it is given, of course, when you ask specifically for certain signs from source, they will present them to you because they always want to communicate with you as clearly and easily as possible. You'll also probably see the same signs you asked for today in other areas of your life. Again, source loves you unconditionally just as you are. They want to support you. They want to see you manifest your dreams, all of your desires, and they want to be able to communicate to you and guide you towards the path to receiving those as easily as they can. So choose a sign and let's go ahead and get started. Pile 2. What is pile 2 manifesting? What do we need to know? We have the 3 of Swords. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Knight of Swords. This reading may accompany a slight trigger warning, so let's just be mindful of that. I hope you really have set the intention that you're ready for whatever comes through, because this reading, I feel, is going to be a little heavier than pile 1. From the Queen of the 5 Elements Oracle deck, we have Misty, and we have Sunshine. How interesting. Very, very opposing energies there. We also are going to get a few cards from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Pile 2. Winter's Dream Gestation Period. That's so pretty, isn't that? Goodness, is that gorgeous. I love purples. So, and these 2 cards together just looks really, really aesthetically pleasing. And Root Girl, the Disowned Self. So as I said, pile 2, these are slightly heavier energies, definitely different energies than pile 1. There's a lot of anxiety here. You know, we have the 9 of Swords, which is the card of anxiety, nightmares, kind of sleepless nights, a lot of rumination, stress, just not feeling very balanced and in a good place. I do believe this is related to love, and it's related to specifically a heartbreak or breakup, some kind of a emotional pain of some kind in your recent past or current energies. And, you know, quite honestly, what first came to me when I pulled these cards was that you're sort of on track to manifest a bit of the same. But I want to make this okay for you, because when we have things come through in tarot that are not of the highest vibration, especially when it's related to future energies, this is the purpose of tarot, is to help us navigate through those. And again, as I said in the beginning, Source is here to support you through these energies and to guide you to a better feeling energy. So you have absolutely within your willpower, your free will, to go ahead and change and transform these energies so that you don't continue to repeat cycles. I do think, ironically, that despite being in a lot of confusion and at times feeling that you're seeing things clearly or feeling very happy, very content in this situation, and then at other times feeling very confused, very conflicted, perhaps not, again, seeing things clearly or feeling like there's stuff, there's things that are, there's murkiness, there's murky stuff kind of hanging out in the background with this connection where it's not always entirely clear to you. I do think that you've begun to step into an energy of discernment, of better and higher judgment that allows you to assess the situation and see perhaps a better way forward. I do think you've grown a lot throughout the process of relating with this energy of this person. It's just that those cycles continue to repeat because I'm hearing you're not fully heeding all of the lessons or the opportunities for growth, if you will, that you could be had with this connection to bring you into a better energy, because you sort of repeat the same patterns. You become aware, you assess the situation, you become aware of what it is that may need to change or, you know, steps that you should take, but then you don't actually always follow through with those energies, pursuing those actions that would support you on your highest path to your highest good, or the path of least resistance, the path that gets you to what you want the quickest and the best, in the best way possible, without so much emotional pain and turmoil or anxiety and discomfort. Virgo is a sign that's very much into the details. They're very specific. They're very, you know, Virgos are perfectionists. They want everything to be right, you know. So with this assessing the situation, all of this Virgo energy, this is telling me that there's a lot of rumination, again, a lot of thinking about this connection that you do, a lot of reflection, a lot of, you know, taking stock and making decisions or coming to, I said, conclusions, but then not actually acting on them. And I know that that may be something that you perhaps could be aware of, but also perhaps not entirely clear on. Again, misty energy coming through to support that there's a lot of confusion at times, or maybe not seeing things entirely clearly, having a distorted perception, or perhaps just not seeing, anything through the trees here, not being fully aware of your own self and what you're doing and how you're repeating these patterns and manifesting the same result over and over. I have the root girl, which is the disowned self, and this is giving me very much this vibe of not being fully connected to the inner being and to the intuitive body. So the disowned self is like the detached, or the disallowance, the disaligned or misaligned energy of somebody who's not entirely supportive of their own dreams of manifestation, because they actively go against what their intuition and their inner being is calling for them to do. And I think this is why this gives you so much anxiety, is because of the fact that you struggle with the messages you receive intuitively at times. And I think you mistake them for, I think you mistake certain intuitive impressions for being something that they're not. And I also think at times, you feel into intuition and think that that's guiding you or calling you to do something. And it's more of an impulse, quite honestly. We have first quarter moon in Sagittarius, which Sagittarius is the planet, or the sign, that's ruled by the planet Jupiter. It's all about good luck. It's about positivity. It's about fun. And it does say believe in your good luck. And I do think this is something that you constantly sort of revert back to when it comes to specifically the energy with this person. Always reflecting on the good times, or reflecting on how good things have been or are on occasion, that, there is this energy that surrounds you with this person that is very benevolent, that is very good, that does support you, that does make you feel good, that does make you feel happy, and like this is something that's working for you, that's good for you, that you want, that's your vortex energy. And yet, if we're talking about a love energy, a connection, the Page of Cups, which also came out in pile 1, is representative of somebody who's actually not showing up in the best form or fashion to support a union, a really solid, stable, healthy love energy. The Page is going to be somebody who's inexperienced, who's immature, or underdeveloped. They're not able to show up for you, in a really big way that's supporting, again, this idea of union and togetherness, and this happily ever after energy, that you're hoping for. We also have the Knight of Swords here. So this could be somebody who also shows up, who at times is a little bit cold. If they're not outright dysfunctional in terms of how they're relating to you, if they're not being abusive in words or actions, then this would represent somebody who, at the very least, is emotionally distant. And at the same time that we have that, I'm seeing that there's so many butterflies and there's so many different examples of abundance that are on this sword. You see those roses there. And so this is telling me that this person often, again, also has these intuitive impressions that come through for them, these intuitive hits that guide them towards this better feeling energy, to this more transformative, abundant, balanced energy, this newness that they could have. And yet they choose to be cold. They choose to come in and show up in this very limited energy when it comes to love. And it doesn't support your highest good at this time, pile 2. And I know that's a very difficult message. I don't even like having to give those kind of messages, but it's important to have clarity about what we're dealing with and what we're manifesting, so that we can put a stop to it if it's not of the best and highest vibrational energy for us to serve us. You're actually being guided with this card here, Winter's Dream, to enter a period of gestation, and also to know that right now this connection is not really aligned for activity. It's not really meant for there to be a union right now. It's meant for there to be a period of either solitude or separation. I'm feeling very strongly that there's a need for both parties individually to kind of sort out some of their own issues. Again, I'm being drawn back to the disowned self. So I think this is a mirrored energy between both of you, not really, being fully aligned with the truth of, what energy you're sitting in and what you're manifesting and what you're bringing to the table and what's going to continue to present with the energy that you are sitting in. It's a very dissociative energy. And it's something that I do think distorts your intuition at times. It does make it difficult for you, even though you can be so positive. Again, sunshine, believe in your good luck, even though you can feel like you've come into such awareness. Let's look at this image as well that's above her head in this card. It's symbolic to me of, enlightenment, of coming into truth, of coming into this awareness of this abstractness of everything, of seeing all of the minute details after you've assessed the situation, and yet still not obviously arriving at the right energies that support you moving forward in a more balanced and aligned way. In fact, I do think that often you are confused on what to do, not in agreement or in alignment with the true self and your inner being, which is calling to you to take action in a different way than how you've been showing up for yourself and with regard to this connection. So let's go ahead and see what else you need to know, pile 2. I know those were some difficult energies, and if you're still with me, I support you, of course, and I also am so proud of you, because these are not easy messages to hear, but I do think that if you can stick it out and, see what Source wants to say, it's going to support you and bring you balance and peace, clarity and awareness, and help you to best move forward. Again, there's so much loving energy that Source can give to you, but you have to make sure that you are heeding intuition. That's the way that Source communicates with you. And when you resist that, you're kind of resisting your own abundance. That's a really strong message here, is you're manifesting powerfully, but you're just manifesting the wrong things, sort of, or things that are challenging you more than bringing you complete happiness. And we want happiness, right? Well, of course, we're going to always have contrast to some degree, but it doesn't have to be to this level. This Nine of Swords energy is never a good energy to sit in. So we want to go ahead and support you through these energies and get you to a better state. So what else does pile 2 need to know about what they're manifesting? We have the High Priestess and the Hanged Man, so all majors so far. The 8 of Cups, that also came out in pile 1. And the 2 of Cups, which also came out in pile 1. So, the High Priestess here, again, this is reference to this idea of this intuitive body that you need to reside in and trust more, so that it can help propel you forward out of these energies that are difficult for you and into something that's more aligned and balanced, so that you can have an outcome that you're wanting with regard to love. I feel like that's definitely the focus of people that are watching this pile. And that's perfectly fine. No worries there. But it needs to happen in the right way. The Hanged Man is an energy of self-suspension or self-restriction, but in a very purposeful way. There's always a lot of enlightenment going on when the Hanged Man presents. This is somebody who's taking stock and taking a moment to step back and reflect. Again, this idea of a gestation period for you in order to fully assess the situation, which you often do, but to hopefully arrive at the right answers through Source, utilizing your intuition to speak to you, your inner being to speak to you, so that you can make those decisions, those sometimes difficult decisions, which I do think you're being called to move forward on from a certain connection right now. The 8 of Cups is about stepping away, and the 2 of Cups is a soul-based connection, perhaps. So I know that that's difficult for you because you feel very strongly tied to this person. I mean, I'm even going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers. Tell me some more about this 2 of Cups energy. I feel like there's a really deep attachment, and it's very difficult for you to step away. We have the 8 of Wands, we have the Tower, and we have the Queen of Wands. So for me, this is saying that, you're powerful enough to do this, pile 2, but in doing so, I think that you feel like you're averting disaster by sticking it out with this person. I don't think you want there to be a complete relationship breakdown. I don't think you want to lose the connection. And I think that if you communicate, or you feel like if you communicate that you're done, or that you're taking a step back, you're going to move forward, you're going to maybe focus on yourself for a while, you'll still have that connection to that person. Again, if it's soul-based, they're not going anywhere, so no worries there. But it does feel like there's this energy of like, with the 8 of Wands and the Tower, this is very a fast shift or a shocking shift that happens and sort of like destructs everything. And you don't have to be worried about that, pile 2, because what I'm hearing is that even though this is, something that you're very concerned about, it's reflective of your anxiety alone. Again, that 9 of Swords energy. It's one of the things that holds you back from resisting your intuitive mind, your intuitive sense that tells you, as you reflect and assess on this situation, that it's the best course of action. You resist that. You don't stay aligned with your truth of yourself and what you truly want because, quite frankly, it feels a little bit uncomfortable to do so. So you resist that. You think that you're doing something good by retaining or preserving the integrity of this connection, but in fact, you're just blocking and resisting union from being able to manifest for you too. And I do think that that's the main thing that you're wanting to manifest. It's definitely got your primary focus. You know, pile one was definitely love-based as well, but it also very much had ties to, it could have been in the material world that this person was coming into power and kind of moving forward. But with this, it's just feeling like your focus is all encompassing and very much centered and situated on this person. We have abundance and sharp edges. Again, these polar opposite energies. So, misty and abundant, the idea of confusion, and then abundance being totally, look at her, she's completely enlightened and aware and joyous. And then we have sunshine, which we got previously, which is clarity, awareness. And then we have sharp edges, which is, you know, roughness, it's difficulty. So we had this idea of difficulty in making a decision, or perhaps, you know, knowing the truth but not seeing the wood through the trees, not being clear, or not allowing ourselves to be entirely clear on something even though it's presented to us. Also feeling, you know, at times very, very optimistic and abundant about the connection. And again, I think that's why abundance has come out yet again. But then at the same time, having that confusion and feeling the damaging effects of this connection at times. And again, I don't know necessarily that the person is actually outright abusive or toxic to you. We did have that Knight of Swords, which can indicate somebody who's a little bit cold, defensive, or, you know, it's not the friendliest or most loving energy. But if they're not outright toxic, then it just represents, again, this idea of it throwing you out of alignment, it causing you anxiety, it not being entirely comfortable, and it not serving you. Ultimately, it's just not serving you. Let's go ahead and get a few more of these Shaman's Dream cards. What else do we need to know for pile two? What else do they need to know? Many masks, the authentic self. So again, the disowned self and many masks, the authentic self. There's a lot of soul searching needing to be done here. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. And woodwives, adaptability. And what else? What else does pile two need to know about what they are manifesting, or how they can, you know, best manifest something a little brighter, a little bit more abundant here? We have the Four of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. So these are very much cards of sort of resistance, but in an aligned way. So sort of assertion. Making a decision with the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles. So this is, you know, really big energy, really, really strong messages, pile two, of, first of all, needing to get in touch with the self a little bit more. Again, there are so many indicators here of there being a very disassociated and unbalanced, a pinched off and disconnected, you know, form of self currently going on. So I think the ego is speaking very, very strongly here. It's thinking it's protecting you. Of course, that's what our ego is meant to do. You know, it's meant to preserve and keep us safe. But at the same time, it also can lie to us. And with these many masks, lovely camera, sorry about that. With this many masks, the authentic self, you know, this is the idea that somebody is not living in their truth. They're not embodying that truth. They're hiding, or they're staying, you know, in the dark. They're staying kind of in this cloudy murkiness with this misty card. Both of these energies are giving me that same vibe of somebody who's just not fully clear on how to move forward and how to live in a more balanced, aligned way, especially as it relates to this connection. It's just feeling like there's a lot of resistance here. And when I brought through these tarot cards with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Wands, these are both very resistant energies. Excuse me, but instead of it actually being of the low vibrational variety, I'm looking at this as sort of like a fighting spirit. This is your sacred no. Okay, so honoring yourself first and foremost, self-preservation, self-love, and no longer showing up for things that are not at your level, that are not serving you, that are in fact, you know, the Sharp Edges card, that are perhaps robbing you of your abundance, that are derailing you from your progress and are manifesting instead for you something that's not of the highest caliber, that really supports, you know, your vision of what you're wanting for your highest good. You know, the things that you want that are in your vortex are not going to be achieved by staying in these lower vibrational energies. That's just the hard and fast truth. Manifestation occurs on both sides of the coin. You can manifest abundance, or you can manifest a lot of, you know, quite frankly, bullshit. And you don't want to manifest anything that's not going to feel good, right? Who does? So in order to be able to move out of these energies, kind of this murkiness and of living, you know, in a masked form, and not being, you know, fully clear with yourself, I think it's important to really step into that intuitive energy more so. And it's funny that this comes through, because I think you're actually a very intuitive person. You may have intuitive gifts, or you just may have a very strong intuition about your own life, be able to intuit a lot of situations very easily. And yet when it comes to this person, it's almost like all sense a lot of times, you know, your good judgment goes out the window. The lay of the land always comes through to me, ancestral wisdom, as being a card that speaks to past history and having learned from, you know, I guess your mistakes, or just past events, past things that have occurred. And I think with the history of you and this person, and the fact that there's been a lot of kind of upheaval and tumultuousness between you, you know, this card is speaking to me to say that as much as you need to attune to yourself, you also need to be clear about the past history, the patterns that have occurred in the behavior, in the interactions with this person, that are not, again, supporting union, supporting your highest good, and helping to achieve your dreams and what you're wanting to manifest. Woodwives adaptability is coming through for you in order to tell you that it's necessary to make changes. So we have, you know, all of these energies that are saying that there's different tactics, or different, you know, needs that are needing to be met, different things that we are needing to do in order to change a situation. Assess the situation, which you often do, but then start to take action and take steps based upon those assertions that you receive, based upon those decisions that you come to light that need to be made. You know, be more adaptable and open to change when it comes to how you relate in this connection with this person. It's the only way you're going to manifest anything different. We also have the Lovers here, which is about making a choice or making a decision. The Five of Pentacles is saying, you know, that sometimes we have to do something that doesn't feel the greatest in the immediate moment, but ultimately it is what we're being called to do, and it's what's going to allow for better energy to open itself up to us in the future. It may feel like you're abandoning this person, or like this person needs your help, or like, you know, this is an energy of just a very, very much a low vibrational lack mindset. Like you're shutting someone out, you're leaving them out in the cold. It doesn't feel good, but this is actually what happens to you. If you're really honest with yourself, pile two, this person is not showing up for you either. You know, as we saw, you're so afraid of losing this connection, or you don't want there to be a breakdown in this connection, which really keeps you tied to this, really magnetized to it with this Queen of Wands energy. But at the same time, this person does not show up for you and provide to you what they can do at their best self in order to preserve this union, and to protect it and have it be at its best energy at all. You know, they're sitting in Page energy. They're sitting in the Knight of Swords, which is very defensive, very cold, very distant, very hot and cold perhaps. You know, they're not coming through in this high vibrational energy either. They're coming in with a lack mindset, or they're showing up in a way that doesn't serve anybody. So you need to make the decision that you need to do what's best for you. Again, honoring your sacred no, and deciding that you're not going to continue to show up for breadcrumbs and, you know, scraps, essentially, that you're going to only entertain energies that can rise to meet your level, and that regardless of whatever this person may have going on in their life, you know, that doesn't involve you, and you need to do what's good for you, because this person right now isn't healthy for you. They're not able to show up for you. They're not in the energy in order to support a healthy, balanced union in this connection, which means you need to carry on with your manifestation independently. And in fact, manifestation and happiness are an inside job. It doesn't involve anyone else. So you need to get really clear and in touch with yourself, pile two, and that's going to help you to really know best how to move forward. You get a lot of intuitive hits, but I don't think you always heed them. Okay, let's go ahead and just pull a final guidance card for you, whatever else pile two needs to know. I'm pulling from the Well-Being cards by Abraham Hicks. Abraham and Esther Hicks. If you are not familiar with the law of attraction, which is kind of the ultimate authority on how the universe works energetically at an energetic and vibrational level, I definitely suggest that you go ahead and pursue some learning materials, read some books. There's free kind of webinars or recorded shows that they've done, meaning Esther Hicks channeling Abraham, which is the source energy that she derives all of her guidance from. it's just a really, really great sort of, knowledge base to subscribe to. So I would definitely suggest that. You did have a card fall out here from this deck, so we are good. And again, if you want to learn how to manifest your best life, learning and understanding and mastering the law of attraction is the way to go. We have for you, I am learning that all problems resolve themselves. When you have a problem, a desire exudes forth from you, and Source hears it and answers it immediately. Once you remove your attention from the problem, you then allow the solution. Give birth to the question and let it go, and allow the answer to flow. And this is really great guidance for you, Pile 2, because I think that that's something that you often resist. Again, this idea of, when you sit and you reflect, you assess the situation, you come forth with those answers and those insights about what you truly want. You send those rockets of desire out into your vortex. Again, more buzzwords related to Abraham. I definitely suggest you, look into that. Wealth of information available with that. But Source, it says Source hears it immediately and answers immediately. And it really does. It's asked and it is given immediately. There are no conditions to that, only alignment of your vibrational energy on the frequency of what is necessary to manifest that. Do you receive it? So, by identifying the problem, and there's definitely problems that we've seen come through today with this connection to this person, you then need to kind of shift and pivot focus away and allow you to be guided by your intuitive sense, the things that are coming through to you to tell you what is best for you to do, which is to navigate away from this situation and then allow and trust that the universe will provide for you while it's also creating a solution to whatever it is that's troubling you. You need to let it go and move forward in your life and focus on yourself. And that will naturally allow the energies of this situation, this connection, and within this person to evolve as well. Trust also that when you are in, at a soul level connected to this person, when you have a soul-based connection, this means that on every level you are connected spiritually and intuitively in the 5D as well as in the 3D, even when there is separation in the 3D, which again was something that I believe possibly came through for you. This idea of gestation period, which is needing to take a step back or have a separation. Even if that's occurring in the 3D, this does not mean that the connection ends in the 5D. You are still spiritually connected to this person. Everything that you do to increase your vibrational energy to manifest what you need to be doing, what you're wanting, and what you desire most for your best life, this is what's also going to support that person doing the same for them, and then aligns perfectly to allow you two to come together in a more balanced, healthy connection. Whew. So Pile 2, I really hope that was helpful. That was a really, really, I know that was a tough message, tough reading for you today, but if you stuck it out, again, I am so, so proud of you because these are really, really strong messages from Source. They're really actually quite positive. I just think that they're a little challenging to take in because it's things that you've sort of been, I think, receiving independently outside of this reading, but perhaps just not really tuning into the energies enough to trust that if you actually take those in with your intuition, what your intuition is guiding you to do, then everything is going to work out for you. You have to trust that. You have to trust that just as your intuition is strong with every other area of your life, it's being, real with you about this too. It doesn't feel necessarily the greatest right now to have to consider, stepping away, but it's going to allow you to manifest some really big things, Pile 2. And I promise you, it's never a waste to invest in your own self. So that's what you needed to know most today. I really, really hope that this was helpful to you, that this brought you some clarity and peace. I am sending you so much love and abundance and positive energy as you navigate through these energies. If you have enjoyed the reading, again, I implore you to go ahead and like and subscribe, share the channel, spread the love. I am brand new. I do like to bring a lot of content to you, and by engaging and connecting with the channel, coming back to support me, you support the channel's growth as well, to be able to continue to bring you these great readings. So once again, I am sending you so much love. I really, really hope that this has been of help and that you, are able to navigate through this situation in the best way possible. Stay connected to your intuitive sense, Pile 2, and everything will work out for you. Until next time, I hope I see you in a future reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the purple stone. Beautiful purple stone, my favorite of the bunch. Can't even see it that well. There we go. gorgeous. And we are asking today, what are you manifesting? We want to get some insight into whatever is coming into your experience, whatever energy you're presently sitting in, and what is headed your way, what's coming in for you. Obviously, we're hoping that you're manifesting good things. We want to get you all the details on what that may be, but this is also going to be a reading that may bring to light for you maybe some things, some areas of your life where things are not on track for your highest good or what your true desires are currently. So if that's the case, we of course want to bring through whatever insights that we can to help support you through those energies and perhaps change things around so that you can start manifesting at the level that you want to bring in all the goodness to you that you desire and that you're hoping for. Piles 1 and 2 are very different energies. So as I said in my intro, we manifest in both directions. We manifest both in abundance and joy, love, happiness, very good things, good feeling things, but we can also manifest contrast, very big contrast down to minor inconveniences, but it's all based on our vibration. So this is going to be a good way that we can kind of take the temperature of what's going on in your 3D reality, what's going on vibrationally for you, and what's, again, going to be coming in for you, what you're manifesting based upon your current frequency. And we can go ahead and assist you if need be in getting to a higher vibrational frequency, depending on what comes through, in order to help you manifest what you truly desire, what's right for you. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Oracle, and I'm going to go ahead and pull Tarot as well. I'm going to be using the Lucine Tarot today, which is this beautiful, look at that. Looks like the money shot. It's a beautiful iridescent deck that I like to use for spirit-based readings. Whatever source wants to bring through for us today, I've tried to keep this extremely open. We can be talking about manifesting love, anything in life in general, practicalities. It could be finances and career. It could be family related, anything that you're wondering about. Go ahead and set the intention that you receive whatever insights are most meant for you, that you're ready and open to receive those messages, that you are in receiving mode. And we'll make sure that we get you some good insights, some good information going forward on what is coming in for you. So we're going to go ahead and start with these pre-selected Moonology manifestation cards, because of course, why not, right? We're talking about manifestation. We want to see where you're at with that first. So we have New Moon in Aquarius, open up to change, and we are in Aquarius season currently, so that's apt. And we also have New Moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. And I'm going to actually go ahead and put those like that. That just makes me feel better. Perfect. And we're going to go ahead and also pull the tarot. We'll get some more oracle as well throughout the reading. And we're just going to see what you are manifesting, pile 3, whatever wants to come through. Go ahead and set your intention, again, that you are ready to receive whatever insights are most meant for you. Trust that you are receiving the messages within this reading at the right time for you, that it's come through and you've become aware of it whenever the timing is right in your life. It is a timeless reading. It's intentioned to be so on purpose. And go ahead while you're at it and select a sign. A sign can be absolutely anything, which is a name, a number, a place. It can be a specific tarot card that you want to come out. It can be a color being prominently displayed throughout the reading. It can be just absolutely anything that is a significator for you that can help affirm for you that the reading is yours, that the messages within you can take as your own. Sources always, they love us so unconditionally, and they are always supporting us in the best ways possible. Through ease, through the easiest path of least resistance as well. So asking for signs, asking it is given. Every time we go ahead and ask, we immediately receive. So when we go ahead and are very clear about our desires, like a sign of what we want to see to help know that spirit is communicating, we will receive it. And you will see those signs, not just within this reading, but outside of this reading as well. You'll start to notice it in other areas of your life, which is so, so fun. Because again, Source does want to communicate with us as easily and clearly as possible. So they will show those signs for you in other areas of your life since you've asked for them. So go ahead and select your sign. Think of whatever you would like. And we are going to go ahead and get started with your reading. So for pile 3, what is pile 3 manifesting, Spirit? What are they manifesting? We have the World. We have Transmute. The Hierophant. And the Page of Pentacles. From the Queen of the Five Elements Oracle deck, which is just a great independent deck with these like keyword messages on them. Wonderful for intuitive impressions. Love to get these out to support the reading. We have mothering. Somebody could be actually asking literally about if they will conceive a child, if they're going to become a mother, or maybe something to do with their own mother. That could have been a sign for you. And we have willpower. And from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck, which is a beautiful oracle by Colette Baron Reed, we have Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call. And we have Fortune's Wheel, Luck and Right Timing. So pile 3, what are you manifesting? What's immediately coming through to me and what drew me in right away is this Transmute card. This is a card unique to this deck. Awaken, which is the counterpart card that was also unique to this deck, came out in, I believe, pile 1. The Transmute card is all about processing and moving through pain, healing from past energies that were difficult, that brought us obstacles, challenges that were just not, supporting our highest good. It was some type of a painful situation or just difficulty that you're beginning to move out of. You're closing out a major cycle, pile 3. With the World here, this is a good, happy ending, a completion to something that's been very long-standing in your life that is ready to come to a final close. It's kind of like the end. There is no more. It can be closed out for good, and you can begin to move past those energies, and you're going to be moving into a period of higher learning. I'm hearing beginning to really tune into spirit and beginning to trust intuition. I think you're also going to be learning how to reparent yourself, take better care of yourself. So perhaps, you've had issues with, in terms of practicality, maybe being able to be self-sustainable, self-sufficient. Maybe you've had issues with jobs in the past or had financial insufficiencies. Anything that's going on in terms of care and support, it's looking like you're going to begin to start to manifest a more stable and secure lifestyle for yourself. In fact, we also have willpower coming out here, and this is, of course, this idea of strength, of inner fortitude, of resilience, and it's the ability to move past difficult energies. So there's definitely something that you are, coming out of, that you're healing from. There's been some difficulty in your past, but new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Pisces being a water sign, you're going to be tuning more into that intuitive sense again, to your emotional body, beginning to trust, and really just feeling into and trusting spirit. This is a very, very exciting energy, kind of about overall life. It's not striking me as being related to love energy. Love energy came through prominently in both piles 1 and 2, but this is more striking me as like life balance, which is wonderful and exciting, because honestly, there's nothing better than being stable and secure and grounded within ourselves. That's really the basis for all other wonderful things to come to us, to begin to manifest. So this is wonderful, pile 3. I want to go ahead and get just a few cards to clarify. What is this Transmute energy about? What is pile 3 transmuting and coming out of? We have the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the Lovers. And the Fool. So this is striking me with the Fool energy here, the Page of Wands immediately coming out to give me this indication of immaturity or underdevelopment. This is an energy that is being abandoned, that you're coming out of or growing out of in favor of victory and success, overcoming these challenges and obstacles of, again, this idea of instability, of maybe lack of direction, lack of, practical sense, maybe not having the ability to support yourself previously, or just struggling in some type of a way in your life that you're now going to be overcoming and kind of getting a handle on. The Lovers here for me is all about decision. It could be related to love as well, maybe as decision about love, but in either case, it's about coming into, a more balanced energy with regard to decision making. And the Fool is all about, again, this idea of immaturity or ignorance. And I actually see this as a double meaning of being not only about abandoning or, again, moving through those energies of this immaturity, of this underdevelopment, of this impractical side, this side that's not prepared, that's more, maybe just, very impetuous, very impulsive, very ungrounded, and into somebody who's actually ready for a bright, brand new beginning. The Fool, being card 0, is all about a new start. So that's wonderful. And we also have here New Moon in Aquarius, which is open up to change. So I think this is a really strong indicator, pile 3, that you're ready for something big, a big new change in your life, a start over or a new start, or, the first time that you're going to be kind of getting on your feet and going to experience victory over a lot of things in your life. We also had the Page of Pentacles come out, and that's about, again, somebody who's a novice, who's maybe underdeveloped or not entirely skilled at something, but who's learning and who's developing those necessary skills. And if this is like a young adult that's watching, or somebody who's coming out of a relationship and going to be on their own for the first time, this is somebody who's developing the necessary skills and fortitude to be able to care for themselves, to be able to navigate life. Either way, the Page of Pentacles is indicative of somebody who is getting their practical affairs in order and beginning to understand, how to best balance those energies of the practical side so that they can support themselves in a real world way. Page of Pentacles is about learning and about understanding and about, again, developing the necessary aptitudes in order to, make something tangible exist or come to form in the real world. And I definitely think that's happening here. Dream Thief, refusal of the call, is striking me as something related to not only intuition, but also just in general in life. I think there's been a lot of instances for you, pile 3, where it almost feels like it was your moment, or, and I'm thinking of something that if this person watches the pile, it'll be a kind of inside joke, but, there's something I've talked about with a friend of mine that's, like when it's your moment, it's your moment. And this felt very much like it was your moment often, like you had something big on the horizon, or maybe that you had opportunities to really have some change open up for you, and then it sort of didn't happen. Refusal of the call to me is actually striking me more as like something robbing your joy or kind of raining on your parade, that really menacing sort of a image of this monkey on top of this like crystal ball here. It's just, it's giving me that vibe of like something coming in, like just looming over this brightness that you have, this optimism to, pursuing this zest for life that you naturally possess. It's almost like, sunshine, and then it's a cloudy, clouds move in and it's a cloudy day suddenly. So it's just like the shoe dropping and this proverbial, like, things just not going your way, and not ever panning out and fully coming to fruition in the way that you would have liked. We also have Fortune's Wheel here, luck and right timing. So this is a strong indicator, pile 3, that things are going to be changing for you. The luck, the positive, abundant, wonderful, prosperous energy that's surrounding you now. A lot of pentacles coming out here, a lot of ideas of success, of victory, of, sustainability, of stability, all of these wonderful things. It's now saying that this is the right time. This card very much reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. It's now your time. It wasn't your time before, pile 3, but it's your time now. And it's, again, a card of change. Card 23 reduces to 5. This card relates to stability. 13 reduces to 4, which is the card of groundedness, of security, of stability, firm foundations. And I just don't think you've ever had that security. And that's beginning to shift for you now. You're going to start to see the changes open up for you, where you have these opportunities for big abundance, big potential to, manifest a new way forward in life is what I'm hearing. So let's go ahead and see what else you need to know. Pile 3, what else are you manifesting? What else is coming to you right now? What else do we need to know for pile 3 about what they are manifesting? We have Justice, beautiful, balance, things finally feeling right. It's almost like, your day of reckoning here. We have the Knight of Wands, so passionate, forward momentum and energy. The Three of Pentacles, collaboration. This could be a work tie. Again, more Pentacles energy coming out to support that this very much could be related to the material world, work and finances. And we have the Two of Wands. So we had two big indicators of decision making here with the Lovers and then the Two of Wands out, which is, telling me that there's going to be elements of choice here. So it's not just opening up to change, but it's about, leaning into your intuitive sense. It's about trusting. It's about having that strength of will and feeling secure in your own energy, that you don't need anyone else to kind of have your back. You have your own back, and you know who else has your back is Source. Source has it. I mean, truly, like, they got you. The universe always has your back, is always working everything out for you. Everything is always aligning perfectly. You just have to get at the right frequency in order to see it, the evidence of it manifest into your physical reality. And it's looking very much like that's going to present for you, pile 3. Justice. Everything is going to be coming into balance. The Knight of Wands card came out in another pile as well, and it was really similar, Knight of Swords, but it's a similar image here. So we have all these butterflies and all of these roses or flowers here, indicative of transformation, of abundance. It's just striking me as this really, really big energy of manifestation, of feeling inspired to move forward, and of really just having a lot of beauty and wondrousness in life. The Three of Pentacles energy, I want to go ahead and clarify. Again, I said this could be related to work. It could be related to collaboration on a project of sorts. The Queen of Cups. The Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So this is both a tie-in to finances and material affairs, but I also feel like this is, related to ending a period or a cycle of interdependence on others, relying on others and their expertise or their resources, and starting to feel into your own energy and feel that big abundance for yourself. Feel into your intuition. The Queen of Cups is a very intuitive energy. And seeing and feeling the truth. The Ace of Swords is the card of truth here, that you can end that cycle. You don't have to rely on others anymore. You can be, you can reparent yourself. You can be your own security safety net, your own security system. You don't need that. You can, of course, network with others, but you don't need to rely on others, for your safety, your security, or your abundance. You've got it, pile 3. You are the Queen of Cups. You're definitely a manifestor, definitely somebody who can tune into intuition and really just make a lot of magic happen with that, because your intuitive sense, your inner being is always trying to speak to you. Source is always trying to speak to you and guide you and support you. You just have to be open to heed that guidance, to be able to open yourself up as that channel to receive those insights. They're always guiding you and shifting you into the direction that's going to be for your highest good, your best path forward. So let's go ahead and get some further cards on what else we are needing to know about pile 3 and what they are manifesting. We have the Eight of Cups. This is movement. This is moving on from something, traveling, moving towards a goal. Four of Cups, saying no to relying on others. The Six of Swords, again, a card of travel and moving forward. The Devil, releasing attachments, saying no to attachments. And the Sun, coming into beautiful abundance and happiness and vitality. This is wonderful, pile 3. Tsunami, it's like waves crashing. Just that flow of intuition and abundance is coming for you. And we have tears. This is the idea of releasing. Oh, these are really, really great energies. What else? First breath, beginner's mind. And eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. And in the hand, the universe is your partner. Did I not say the universe has your back, pile 3? They are right there. The only person or energy you need to collaborate with is spirit, is source. They are there for you. There is going to be huge, huge shifts for you. It's all centered around independence and actual literal manifestation of abundance. You know, again, we have this Eight of Cups energy, which is about moving on from something. Two cards indicative of travel. Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords, moving on from turbulent times or moving away from something that no longer serves you. And I can see with the Devil card showing up here, especially over that Ace of Swords card, that the truth is there's big negative attachments that you still have, or negative codependent patterns in your past or your current energies that you're moving out of, that you're become aware of, that it's been illuminated for you, and that you're going to be stepping out of. You're going to, start realizing that those things don't serve you, and literally honoring the sacred no, telling people no, not choosing to be so interdependent and have to rely on others, have others maybe be very intrusive in your life, and truly just relying on your own energy, being in your own peaceful state of being, and not having to worry about anyone else's opinions, beliefs, or influence over any aspect of your life. Again, the attachment is going to be broken. And what's ahead for you is this beautiful, abundant energy. I can't help but notice how similar these cards are, both giving me vibes of the Wheel of Fortune. We have this gorgeous sun energy, this card of like happiness and joy and freedom, and then the Fortune's Wheel, like literally the Wheel of Fortune. These are both cards of like divine abundance coming to you and flowing to you. The shifting is already taking place. And we have tsunami and tears. These are both emotional cards, based in water energy or emotional elements. And I think like there's big releasing coming for you, pile 3, which is going to make this all possible. This process may be difficult for you. There's a lot of emotional attachment that you need to release as well. A lot of things you need to move forward from that may be emotionally charged for you. But in the end, you are going to feel so, so good and so supported by source. This is a card 4. 31 reduces to 4, which is about stability. Again, it's about groundedness, security. It's all about finally just being at peace in your own energy and knowing that, like it says, the universe is your partner. You have everything in the palm of your hand. You have this bright ball of illumination, of warmth, of wondrousness. Again, this abundant, just positive luck coming to you, and it's going to create that stability that you're seeking. We have first breath here, which is card 3. It reduces to 3. Beginner's mind. So starting anew. We also had that Fool energy come out, and the number 3 is related to the idea of creation and of, coming together, coming back to life, stepping back out maybe into the community or into the world on your own 2 feet, and not having to worry about what others are doing or saying or thinking or feeling about it, because you're just doing your own thing. You're not relying on anybody else. We also have card 18 here, which reduces to 9. It's an independent energy of solitude and of, moving forward, on your own, in your own energy, like truly just, as it says, eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. So stepping away from the fray, which could be a family situation, it could be a relationship, it could be a marriage, it could be any sort of karmic tie, anything that brings you chaos, anywhere where you have that strong attachment. And it's just going to allow you to step into that power of solitude, into that independent, just single energy of self, relying on yourself, loving yourself, and just feeling so abundant and so strong and good as you do that. Just really, really great energies about manifesting life, just coming to life, literally. So let's go ahead and pull one final card for you. This is from the Well-Being deck by Abraham and Esther Hicks. If you are not familiar with the Law of Attraction or Abraham or Esther, I highly suggest that you seek out some resources of their materials. They have books and webinars and recordings of past programs that they've done, meditations, which I personally use and love. And it's just a wonderful wealth of knowledge to subscribe to, because it's really how the universe works. It's an understanding of the energetic workings of how our entire consciousness exists and how we get the things we want, how we manifest, literally. So if you want to manifest your best life, I highly suggest you attune yourself to the divine, as it says, and also go ahead and connect with Abraham Hicks, because it's a wonderful, wonderful spiritual system, spiritual base of knowledge and wealth of information that I highly suggest and advocate for and recommend. So the card that you received is, when I'm feeling good, I'm allowing in good. And we have, hopefully you can read that. The way you feel is your indication of your vibrational connection to that which is your source. The better you feel, the better your connection. The worse you feel, the more disallowance to that connection. Nothing is more important than that you feel good, because nothing is more important than your connection to that which is your source. So pile 3 again, nothing is more important than your connection to source, because source is your partner in this grand scheme of life. You are source energy, and source has your back, is always working out for you. Everything that you desire is always coming to you. And it's telling you that when you feel good and when you are in your most aligned, balanced energy, when you don't have this devil energy kind of riding around in the background, when you're feeling this Queen of Cups, which is just intuitive and powerful and caring and nurturing, and you're taking good care of yourself, and you're feeling balanced in your material world, and you're just in alignment with all the areas of your life, in your mental body, your intuitive sense, your emotional body, in your practical affairs, in life and love and finances, in every way, shape, and form. You're allowing so much good source energy to come to you to continue to manifest wonderful things. The only blockage that I see is your disallowance so far, your reliance on others, and your mistrust of your own self and your own inner guidance that will literally support you in transforming and having this new life. So don't disallow. Make feeling good your priority, pile 3, and it is going to open up your world. It is literally going to put all of this abundance, all of this goodness, all of this wondrousness, this beauty of all the greatness that life has to offer in the palm of your hand. And source is going to be right there for you to support you and guide you through it. And they're your biggest cheerleader, your biggest fan. They are ready. They want you to achieve your dreams. They love you unconditionally, and they want to see you succeed. So pile 3, I hope this has been of help to you. This was a really wonderful message. All 3 piles very different today. I've so enjoyed doing this reading for you. And if it's resonated, I would absolutely just adore if you would go ahead and subscribe. I love everybody engaging with the channel, liking, subscribing, sharing. It means the world to me. And, I'm not kidding when I say I will adore you. I will adore everything you do on my channel. Commenting, sharing your stories, liking, subscribing, and clicking that notification bell. You will then be notified every time I post. And not only that, but you support the mission and vision for this channel. You allow me to bring you further content, and you support what I'm trying to achieve here at Aeipathy. So I thank you in advance for that. I do hope to see you in a future reading. And until next time, I am sending you so much love and abundance, positivity, and bright, beautiful energy for you as you navigate through these energies and in general. Really, really exciting stuff that came out for you today, pile 3. I hope that in the meantime, you take such good care of yourself as you allow all of these wonderful things to flow to you. Remember, trust yourself. You are all that you need. You and source have got everything under control.